Fox News has some incredibly questionable advice for kids caught in an active shooter situation. Let's watch.
In an active shooter situation, 5 seconds can mean the difference between life and death. But there are some things that you can do and your children can do to make a difference. You guys, Tony and Seppi, you're gonna display for us and exemplify what would happen in an armed shooter situation. Right. What would that look like?
All right, so I'm going to pretend that I have a gun here, and if I was an active shooter and there was a wall or something, and I'm pointing the gun at someone, and Seppi is going to disarm me.
Okay, and that's coming from behind.
That's coming from behind.
Let me ask you something else. You then turned and then used some moves on him. Do you keep running once you do that, or do you turn and actually like fight, kick, and get this guy down?
Well, once you engage the gunman, you have to just take him out.
Okay.
You have to fight strong. So you're not going to actually try to get away until you actually make sure that you've done some damage to him, because if you don't, then he'll just pursue you.
Okay. Let's count the ways in which that video is absurd. So now America has got
Stapler.
Yeah, okay, it's a stapler.
Because as I said, I don't know if you could hear me, but apparently Fox News is gun-free zone.
Wait a minute.
So why wouldn't they want to be safe? They should have given him a real gun.
Wait a minute. If you want to be really safe, why didn't you arm every single person in the studio?
Hasselbeck should have a rocket launcher on her back at all times.
Yeah, arm the kids. Because the
Definitely. Way to stop a bad kid with a gun.
The only good kid with a gun can stop a bad kid with a gun. Okay,
Yeah.
or a stapler. Don't take my stapler. Okay, so now, we've gotten so sick as a society that Fox News is bringing in kids to teach kids how to disarm active shooters.
Yeah.
First of all, the fact that we have a term called active shooter that we hear almost every other day is sick in and of itself.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another active shooter. Everybody duck, hide for cover, yada, yada, right?
Yeah.
Then second of all, okay, let's teach the kids to Krav Maga to unarm these shooters. What fantasy world do you live in?
We know what fantasy world they live in.
This is insanity, right? It almost reminded me like of a Hamas video of like, okay, here's the bumblebee that tells you how to shoot people, right?
Yeah.
And don't involve the kids. Don't teach the kids to go and run towards an active shooter. They'll think that they could do it. What the fuck was that bullshit with the stapler? You think that? Okay, no, you trained Krav Maga.
She wasn't a kid. So we have a kid video we played at one point. No, I have no problem, first of all, with any of the people that they brought in to demonstrate that. They are demonstrating safety stuff. And look, if you're...
That's not safety. Get the fuck away from the gun.
Let me finish. So look, you should know some stuff to defend yourself. The thing is that it's not the first thing you do. And the reason that I'm not going to attack the Krav Maga practitioners, and yes, I do take Krav Maga, is that Krav Maga practitioners don't say it's the first thing you do. They say you run. That's what they say. Now, they're brought in not to run. They're brought in to demonstrate the move, so that's what they're doing. But they don't even believe that you go up and you attack them. They say whatever you can do to not get in the fight, that's what you do. But if you get in the fight, this is what you do. They're being manipulated by Fox there because they know that the people watching it believe that they're heroes and they're going to attack every shooter.
But is that the message that the kids at home, if the kids at home?
No, that's why I'm attacking Fox. Right. The message is wrong.
Yeah, as if there were any kids watching Fox News. But still, okay, average age is 68 years old of Fox News viewer. Have I told you that before? Okay. So anyway, but Ben Carson tells him you should attack the shooter.
Yeah.
Now you have a demonstration on Fox News saying you should attack the shooter. And then all you have to do is do this. And then the gun will be on yours. No, but you don't know Krav Maga. Okay, even if you did know it, it's not like the gunman's going to just sit there like, oh, you have taken my gun. He's going to be active. He's going to pull back. He's going to fire the gun while you're trying to take it away. Not like you do this to him. It's totally unrealistic.
But Ben Carson also gives mixed messages because he says you should attack the shooter, but he also says that I will point him towards another person he can shoot.
Yeah, all right.
So that's what he actually does.
All right, now let's bring the kid in. Okay. Let's watch this.
Can you walk us through one step here, one thing that these kids would go through in your training to make them feel more prepared?
So Gabe's going to hold the gun and pretend that he's holding it, and the way we would teach it is from the side. Eli, can you go to the side? And he would basically just practice taking the...
So this will be quick, about 10 seconds before we go.
You're right. He's going to practice getting me off the line of fire and attacking the person. Right? And this is how we teach the kids in the school.
Yeah. And the gunman's just going to sit there and go, oh, you are taking my gun. Here you go. right?
Yeah.
Look, when I was a kid, I did the same thing. So sometimes we'd practice goofy stuff with each other, and I thought I could disarm somebody with a knife. So I had this comb we'd pretend was a knife, and one guy did it with it. And he's like this, and I'm like, wow, boom, and I twist his arm, and I got it. I feel like a
Saved your
hero,
life.
right? Then I tried it with my best friend, and he's like, oh shit! Oh my God, I got stabbed 10 times. Okay, because in the real world it doesn't work that way. The guy fires the bullets, and then your 8-year-old's dead. Don't go near the gun.
Yes. So that's the message we have to take. Again, I'm going to say I'm not blaming the Krav Maga practitioners because they don't teach you to attack the shooter. I'm blaming Fox News because they're pretending when they put safety first at the bottom that what they're teaching is what you should learn first. This is the first thing you should learn. Let's show these graphics. Here you've got the DHS. They say what to do when there's an active shooter, which, by the way, I think we can just say shooter. There's a shooter. You don't need to say active. I'm sure he's moving and stuff. Anyway, here they say evacuate. You should try to get out. And then the second one is hide. So either run away or hide somewhere they're not going to find you. Maybe at some point later on it says something about fighting back if you absolutely must. But they gave, in that entire thing, they very briefly mentioned something about running away. But that's not sexy. That's not cool. They don't want to show, somebody running on video. So they focus entirely on the attacking person, teaching the exact wrong message, teaching people stuff that's going to get them hurt, actually.
Fox News, their new slogan should be, Fox News, we'll get you killed.